Okay, well, I tried to make a video about my experience with Lyme disease, just to kind of introduce myself to the video world, uh, and because I appreciate other people who've done the same thing, it's really kind of helpful for me to see what other people are experiencing, and um, just to eventually be able to connect with people and share information and support each other. Anyway, so I'll be going. I just did this like 5 minutes ago, and I couldn't find the video, so I'm going to do it again. And first, I'll introduce you to my cat. This is Cricket, and I'll give you a little tour of where I live. Right now, I'm on a property in Mendocino County. This is my cabin, so it's a little bit messy right now. There's some pets lounging around. It's my old dog Lobo, another little dog named Sierra. Um, and I'm going outside so you can see the surroundings. Um, this is in a really remote part of Mendocino County, really beautiful. We just had a bunch of snow and it's all melted really quickly. Um, but it is full of ticks here. Um, I've been here for about 10 years. I grew up in Connecticut, so it's almost like it's no surprise at all that I have Lyme disease. But I'm guessing I probably was infected in Connecticut when I was a kid, but I never had symptoms um, until a few years ago, and I was bitten quite a lot up here. So I'm really thinking that I probably got reinfected here, and I've since discovered that I have Babesia as well, and I may well have other co-infections. Um, but um, uh, and I'm guessing is I have the West Coast version of Babesia, so almost certainly I got that here. Let's see, what do I want to tell you? Yeah, so I started having symptoms about 6 or 7 or 8 years ago. Like periodic flu-like symptoms, kind of like exaggerated hangovers, and they only hit me once every few months. So I didn't. Crap, my battery's going to go out. So let me get back in the house and I can plug this back in. Um, yeah, so I kind of figured I had Lyme, but I kept getting tested and then retested, and it was always negative. Uh, and I didn't treat with antibiotics because I didn't want to take them if I didn't have to. But in the end, I did finally test positive, and um, and um, I started treating, I got connected with a Lyme literate doctor, and he really recommended I stay on antibiotics, and that went on for a couple of years, and I was on pulsing antiparasitics, um, along with the antibiotics, and it just was kind of wearing me out. But it really did help. And but there was this persistent set of symptoms, mostly neurological, brain fog, neck pain, incredible tinnitus, like car alarm volume tinnitus that went on for about 2 years. Uh, and that none of that went away. So eventually, my doctor thought it might be mold uh, exposure. That could have been, but I really didn't. Somehow, didn't quite ring true for me. And I did some of my own investigating, and eventually, I got tested for co-infections and came up with this Babesia, and that really matched my symptoms. So I'm treating that now, and I'm trying to stay away from antibiotics, and I've been using Stephen Buhner's herbal protocol, and uh, it seems to be working. It worked really pretty well after I did it for a couple of months, and then I stopped, and I relapsed really hard after a couple of months of doing well without the protocol. So I went back on it, and it's been about 6 months, and I'm kind of feeling pretty good. Um, but my liver enzymes are kind of out of whack. So I'm pausing the protocol. I'm gonna hopefully that figure out the liver thing, but who knows? It's Babesia is a real gnarly infection. It's arguably more dangerous than Lyme. and knowing that I have Lyme, it just puts me at a kind of higher risk. And I talked to a lot of people online, or well, a few people online who are in a similar situation, and um, I feel like I'm in good company, and we're all trying to figure it out our own way. Um, so that is the introduction. Oh, my name is David, by the way. And I'm happy to answer any comments and make another video if I've learned quite a lot about the herbs and I've been growing my own herbs and making tinctures and growing medicinal mushrooms at this point, and I want to start making lion's mane tincture when I actually have enough to use for myself. I want to start making more of the herbal stuff and the mushroom and the medicinal mushrooms as well. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's like little tiny steps in that direction, and I'd love to connect with other people who are interested in that subject and maybe interested in that as a project too. All right, well, I will sign off now.